Good day, traders. Welcome to your weekly outlook for the 26th through the 30th of June. Sorry I've been gone for a while, but I've been in the midst of moving and dealing with computer problems. So let's get started. We're going to look at some pairs that show promise for this week. Starting out with the dollar index. As we see in our current pattern, the dollar has bounced already. If we look at a lower time frame, we'll see that it has probably already given a bounce entry and is currently making its way up to this trend line, and I'm expecting it to break out of this trend line and continue more bullish momentum, and the dollar pairs will follow. We see it's giving us three nice waves. It could move up and then give another wave down, but we'll check. If it doesn't break the current high price, then we'll adjust as necessary. But right now, dollar index is bullish, which means the dollar pairs will be gaining strength, the US dollar. Moving to the Euro USD. Euro USD also following along is a nice setup right now. Looks like it is bounced on the top of this trend line and it's heading down. We'll see how far it goes. It could give another leg back up before bouncing down, but overall we are bearish on the dollar, euro dollar. Moving on to the pound dollar, we have uh, kind of a similar type structure as we had last week, where we have a nice impulse down followed by a flag, another impulse down, and currently price is in an ascending channel or flag, whatever you like to call it. But it looks like it has already made a bounce and should proceed bearish this week. We'll update as necessary, and remember, if you're wanting to have live market trade setups, you need to find me on the Telegram at t.me/WVRDR4X. Moving on to US dollar yen. Once again, we had a nice bullish impulse out of the descending pattern last week, and price is now bullish. We're looking for possibly another leg down before moving back up. But how price is forming right now, that is a continuation pattern right here. Just didn't need to draw it because I can see it. But just to make sure you can see it, that is a continuation pattern. So price should open up and continue north right at the opening bell this Sunday morning. So we are still bullish on the dollar yen as of now until it gives a reason to change my bias. But right now we're bullish. Okay, Dollar Chief. Dollar Chief is in this descending pattern here. So expecting a bounce off this lower trend line this week and a move up. Price bounced last week here on the 6th off the lower trend line, and it's been creating higher highs and higher lows ever since. So until we get a different impulse to give a different direction, we are still bullish on this pair. So buy the bounce or the break of this trend line, and then check your price action once it gets to this top point. US dollar CAD, same thing. We had the bounce last week, and now we're creating higher highs and higher lows. So we're looking for price to possibly form a continuation pattern here and continue bullish momentum with the dollar CAD. And we're going to talk about oil pretty soon also. Here's our oil prediction for this week. It's formed a nice descending channel for the last few weeks. Our overall bias for this pattern is overall it is bearish, But right now, price is looking like it is making another bounce off of this green trend line. And so we're looking for price to continue north. It might give a little more down this week, maybe even breach this trend line. But because of this big descending channel here, I'm still expecting price to move up and give us that Canadian dollar strength that we'll be looking for this upcoming weeks. So once again, buy the bounce or the break of the current pattern here. Here's some other Canadian pattern pairs that are be affected also, that also really have nice setups. Pound CAD has a nice descending channel here, so we're either looking for a complete breakout directly once the market open, or another leg down and then the breakout. So once again, make sure you're entering on clear triggers for you. If you don't have an entry trigger, please contact me about training. And as I said, we have 8 entry triggers that we use on a regular basis to identify when the market is actually bouncing or breaking out of a pattern, so that way we know when to pull the trigger. So pound CAD is another good candidate for this week. EuroCAD, another good candidate. It is also setting up in the same manner. It's got nice waves up and down, and right now we're looking at possibly a bounce here for a move down, but eventually we're looking for this price to move up out of this descending channel. So this week probably going to get this leg down, but once again, don't enter until you have a confirmed trigger. And New Zealand CAD, the last cat pair that's really showing good promise, has made a nice bounce off of this green trend line here, impulse down, and it's given us a nice wave pattern in here. And once again, we're looking for a price to continue to make a move down before possibly making that move up again, um, or breaking completely out. So right now our bias is for it to go to be bearish, and we'll check price action when it gets to this lower trend line. It could just blast right through it, or it might give another leg back up before heading south. One of my favorite pairs here, GBP NZD. It is coming off a bounce off of a weekly, a higher time frame trend line. So we're looking for excuse me, bullish momentum for this week. So look for your bullish bounces or a break of this trend line here, and look to trade pound New Zealand, make long trades there. Last pair, which is set up really nicely, is our Euro Yen. Euro Yen, overall bias right now, we're looking for the Euro Yen. Let's go to higher time frame 1 second. If we look at our daily chart for Euro Yen, we see that we have a very strong bullish impulse here, which means this pattern here is basically a continuation pattern. If I would draw the trend line from the top here, you'll see that this is kind of a flag setup. So our bias right now for this pattern is going to be bullish until it breaks below this current low here. Let me mark this for you so you can see. Until price breaks below this low, then we will have it will change for bearish for me. Right now I did make some bearish trades up here when it's bouncing off this top trend line, but because we still haven't had a nice strong impulse to give us a change of direction, this current bullish impulse is in force. So if we go back down to the 4-hour time frame, right now we can trade within this area, either direction, bullish, longs or shorts, until it breaks this low. So right now we had another bullish impulse, price pulled back, Price has moved back north again, and I'm expecting another leg south. At this point in this area, check price action to see what price will do. It might give another leg up and continue up to the top of this green trend line here to retest that high, or it could continue down and break south and now give a new trend for us going bearish. But right now, I'm still bullish on this pair, and I'm trading in between the zone actually. So right now we have a high here and a low here, so we're trading between the zone right now. So price is still moving within this zone until price breaks either above or below. Basically, you're cleared hot to trade either any setup you see, whether bearish or bullish, and just make sure you trade with good entry triggers. Okay, let's look at gold. Even though I don't trade gold, I still like to look at it because, like I said, it's a pretty simple market um, to analyze. It gives you real nice patterns. Right now, as you see, this blue trend line here is the monthly actually pattern, and we've had a bearish bounce off of that monthly trend line. So right now, the sentiment for this pair is definitely bearish, and it's setting up a nice flag pattern here. Price could continue directly out of the jump of the market to continue bearish, or it can give another leg up, and we'll check price action to see how far it might want to retreat. If we use our fibs, you can see there's the latest high down to this low. It's already in our blue zone area, so price could still retrace almost 100% if necessary. So just make sure, as I said, you don't trade without good entry triggers, and look for bounces and breaks of the current pattern that I draw or you draw, and look for your trades entries then. But price is going to go bearish, so sell the bounce or break of the patterns. Well, that's all I have this week. Those are the pairs that I'm going to be watching closely. If anything else sets up, I'll be letting you know and updating the charts as the week goes through. I'm back home in the USA now and trading full time, so I'll be sending out good entries that I find on that Telegram platform. It's just a new platform I've learned, and I can just send out trade setups right there that I'm really looking at on the lower time frames, which is where I trade. I analyze down to the 4 hour, but my traders, you can trade on any time frame, but we usually go into from 15-minute, hour, 4 hour trades, and that's what I send in the Telegram platform. Once again, that's t.me/WVRDR4X. And you can see those trade setups. Okay, have a good day. Good trading. Catch the wave and ride it. Thanks for watching. This is Wave Rider wishing you good trading. Catch the wave and ride it.